Some days are bad. There's a lot of criticisms and corrections and failures. So as parents, there's nothing we can do about that. Those already happened on the field, so we need to make up for it to get to that 5-to-1 ratio. That's the time we need to go get ice cream, go get pizza, have a good time, fix that ratio a little bit. I used to have what I called the driveway rule. After a game, I wouldn't bring up the topic of the sport unless they did. Once I pulled out of the driveway of wherever we played or practiced. When you survey college athletes and ask them the worst part of their sports experience, they say the drive home with mom and dad. Right? That post-game analysis. So I tried not to bring it up. Now, if they did, just like a court of law, I could cross-examine, and it was open season, right? They opened the door. But if they didn't want to talk about it, they weren't listening to anything I was saying anyway, right? It was not a teachable moment at all. So we got to go on their emotional schedule, okay? I sat in the parking lot a long time some days before I pulled out of the driveway because I had a little bit extra to say, but I always left it up to them, and they almost always talked about it because they knew it was safe, right? So we want to create these 5-to-1 positive to negative memory ratio. There was a day my youngest son struck out twice, once looking. He made a really good play in the field, but didn't remember that one, right? You remember the negative stuff. So the life of a sports parent, right? Tell me if you think this is normal. I go through the drive-thru to pick up dinner while my wife goes home to have him start his homework after a game, right? That's typical weeknight, routine. So I'm going through the drive-thru, and my phone buzzes, and I get a text from my wife, and and I can look at it because I'm in the drive-thru, and it says, "Tyler's in the back seat crying. He thinks he played a horrible game." And I felt bad for a second, and then I just said, "That just means he cares." Right? That's a good thing, kind of. So I order my food, and my phone buzzes again. And the text says, "He says to leave me alone." Right, parents, moms? Is that a good thing for a kid to say, "Leave me alone"? So I said, well, remember his emotional schedule, right? He'll talk when he's ready. I get my food, and the phone buzzes again, and in capital letters it says, "What about my emotional schedule?" Right? We want to fix it. We hate to see them struggle. We hate to see them sad. But you know what? Those are good times, right? Those are teachable moments when we look back. Embrace the struggle a little bit, right? That's the grind that everybody talks about now, right? It shouldn't be easy. It should be a little bit tough. And when we can help them get through those tough times, they're going to develop the grit and resilience they need to overcome things later in life, off the field, right? So I go home, he takes his dinner, and he mopes in his bedroom. And our team mom used to take a whole bunch of photos and upload them to Facebook by the end of the day. So about an hour later, he comes out, and he says, "Dad, can I look at the pictures?" So I pull up Facebook, and we start to look at pictures, and I swear, picture number 22, all of a sudden he's smiling. Because every picture had him and a friend with a toothless grin, right? He was 7, 8, right? Arms around each other in the dugout, goofy smiles. Every swing looks like it's getting ready to be a home run to them, right? So he saw 22 great memories. And that balanced the negative feelings, right? So all of these things that you can do as a parent, right? Pictures, pizza parties, help kids develop relationships. Those kind of things go into that 5-to-1 ratio and fills their emotional tank.